Hello and welcome back to our class. Our topic for today is target volume. Okay, let's relate target volume to the break-even point. Break-even point meaning to say that the revenue is equal to your expenses. But this time, if we are talking about target volume, is the volume of sales necessary to generate the profits specified in a company's plan. To relate the formula of the break-even point and the target volume, let's review. Break-even point is equal to fixed cost divided by the contribution margin. If we are talking about contribution margin, so this is the difference of the selling price and the variable cost. On the other hand, target volume is actually fixed cost plus target profit divided by the contribution margin, such that the contribution margin is equal to the selling price minus the variable cost. Let's have example for the target profit. Tristan bought bottles of food supplements at 1,800 pesos each. He's planning to sell this at 15% markup on cost. At the selling price and fixed cost of 40,000, how many bottles of food supplements must be sold to be able to break even? If he wants to earn a minimum of 100,000 pesos by just selling these bottles, how many bottles must be sold? So let's identify the given. So the cost is 1,800, the markup is 15%, fixed cost is 40,000, target profit is 100,000 pesos. So the following are unknown. So we have selling price, break-even point, and the target volume. So let's start with, okay, the selling price. We would like to determine the selling price with this formula. So that is cost times 100% plus the markup. Take note that our markup is equal to 15%. So if I'll add 100% plus 15%, so I have 115% times 1,800 or 1,800 times 1.15 if we would like to convert 115% to decimals. So we have 2,070. So this is now your selling price. Since we already know the value of the selling price, the next step is we would like to determine the break-even point. Applying the formula of x is equal to f divided by p minus p and plug in the numbers of f, p, and b. So we have 40,000 divided by 2,070 minus 1,800. So we'll come up with x is equal to 148.15. But take note that we will round it up to the next whole number. So we'll come up with 149 bottles as our break-even point. Let's move on to step number 3. This time, we would like to determine the target volume. So, the target volume is equal to fixed cost plus the target profit divided by the fixed cost minus the selling price. Take note that the fixed cost is 40,000 and your target profit is 100,000 pesos divided by the fixed cost of 2,070 minus 1,800 as the selling price. So I have 140,000 divided by 270. Take note that the target volume is 519. So this is round up to the next whole number. Let's have another example. Marianne owns a massage spa. The rate per hour of massage is 350 pesos. For every hour of massage, she spends around 45 pesos for the massage oils, welcome tea, disposable towels, and others. She also calculated her monthly fixed cost of 42,700 for the wages of the masseur, rent, and utilities. How many hours of massages in a month she must carry to be able to break even? How many hours of massage in 1 month must she complete to have a profit of 61,000 pesos? Alright, in order to solve this word problem, let's identify the given. So the given are the following. The cost is 45 pesos. The selling price is 350 pesos. Fixed cost of 42,700 and the target profit is 61,000 pesos. We do not know yet the break-even point as well as the target volume. Now, so let's have our step number 1, meaning to say determine the break-even point. Let us recall the formula for the break-even point. So x is equal to f divided by p minus b. So this is the break-even point for the number of units. And then we will plug in the numbers. So we have 42,700 divided by 350 minus 45. So we have x is equal to approximately 140 hours. Take note that we run off to the next whole number. Since we already determined the value of the break-even point, let's move on now to the second step, which is actually determining the target volume. Let's recall the formula for the target volume, which is actually fixed cost plus target profit divided by fixed cost minus selling price. And we simply plug in the numbers of 42,700 plus 61,000 pesos divided by 350 minus 45. Using our calculator, we can come up with 103,700 divided by 305. Then we have here the target volume is equal to 340 hours. Take note, we rounded up to the nearest whole number.